Hi, we're Vernon and Debra Douglas from Lake City, Florida.
I'm proud to say that I am a graduate of the University of Florida and then went on to the oldest law school in Florida, Stetson College of Law. And it was my dream to always practice law in my hometown, where my grandfather had been sheriff for 28 years and my uncle had been mayor for 12. And so I guess it was only natural to get into public service.
I became a teacher because of the influence teachers had in my life when I was going to school. And I've always loved working with children. I became a coach after 20 years of teaching. I coached volleyball and really enjoyed working with the girls. And people have always been very important to me in the relationships with people.
And I knew with Debra's support, and of course she's my inspiration, I knew that I could retire her from school teaching. Debra had been a school teacher for 31 years, and I could move her to Lake City and we could get married, and that was my goal. So I told my brother, let's rock and roll. I want to be at the ground floor of the next giant of this industry. And at that time, I didn't know it was Qivana. I said, what's the name of the company? He said, it's Nuco. I said, when will we find out the name of the company? He said, you got to go to Atlanta for that. I said, okay, let's go to Atlanta. So I called Debra and said, Debra, what are you doing March the 27th? My twin brother introduced me to this industry, and I fought it for about 4 months. And so when you're talking to people, realize you got to educate them. So my twin brother says, Vernon, you can be at the foundation of the largest wellness company that will ever be on this earth. Don't miss this opportunity to join the science and the scientifically validated products, and take advantage of this opportunity. And I struggled with that. I've been happy in my profession, and I knew I'd take some diligence. So I called Debra. Debra and I had been wanting to get married, and we were trying to work out the time frame. And I said, Debra, it's going to take a lot of work. What do you think?
And I said, it's your decision. I'll support you in whatever you want to do. Well, I knew I was coming to visit you, and then Vernon said, well, maybe we can get married that weekend. And I said, well, maybe. So we did. We got married before we drove to Atlanta.
And the significance of March the 27th was the first kickoff of Qivana. It was the date in Atlanta that the name Qivana was first disclosed to the public. I had absolute faith that this was going to be the new giant in this industry. We got to Atlanta, we got married that morning, drove to Atlanta, and our life started with Qivana. It's been the best decision I've ever made. And it's living proof to someone that you can change your future, you can take control of your life, you can change the outcome. My goal was to never have to worry about financial concerns in my retirement. I wanted Debra and I to have the ability to travel around the world and meet new friends and just have a great life together. So our first day of marriage, we married at 9:30 in the morning, made the 5-hour drive to Atlanta for the pre-launch of the new company, which we learned in Atlanta was Qivana. So Debra and I have grown with Qivana. There at the convention, the name was announced, and we were so excited. Everybody had heard about world-class products coming out, and we were presented the first sample, and like ambitious guinea pigs, we were presented unmarked bottles that contained herbs that we didn't know about, and we all enjoyed them very much and felt intelligent for taking them. And that's the kind of faith we had.
When we arrived in Atlanta, we went upstairs to pre-register, and we got to the table and we had our little badges laying there, and my former name was on my badge. So Vernon took a magic marker, marked through my name, and wrote Douglas on my name tag.
And that's the first time she'd ever used the name Douglas was at Qivana. All of my friends who have tried Qivana products in the long term have had the same experience I have. They're off of most of their prescription medications, which they've taken from years, and the health benefits and results of long-term use of the Qivana products have been astounding to all of us, both the weight management system called Metabolic and the core system. And Deborah, it's just been phenomenal, don't you think?
It really has. All of our friends who have used these products truly love the results that they've seen, myself included.
I think one of the keys of success in teaching others to be successful in this business with Qivana and in this industry is for a person to know they're going to spend 3 to 5 years to reach the level of success they want. I remind them that McDonald's franchise took years to build. Starbucks took years to build. We go to law school for 7 years before we get out and make a dime. And I teach people, you will pay the price in full, in advance, and success is inevitable. And if there is one secret, is become a professional at this business and pay the price in full and in advance, and you will then enjoy the rewards of success. So I believe that I can factually say that Qivana is the best decision I've made.
Really? The best?
Well, of course, the second best. I mean, in the business sense, the brilliant decision was to recruit my inspiration and then build Qivana, and I've enjoyed the trip.